Hey, what's up, fam? This is David Gerton, LiveNow Fitness, back at you. Check it out. No exercise this time. Today, for a while we've been talking about food, nutrition. Most important part of your plan, right?
Yes.
So today I'm bringing in Tamika Walker.
Yes, hello.
Yes, Law, if you know Law, Lawrence Walker, one of our jump around crazy trainers. This is his wife. She's about to throw down a veggie meal for y'all, right? We're gonna keep this coming at y'all. The name of this segment is going to be Veggie Yumza.
Welcome to Veggie Yumza. Again, my name is Tamika, and today we're gonna do a little bit of improving, a little freestyle meal. I got the general idea of what we're doing, but I'm all about creativity, and I want to share that with you all. Putting your own energy into what you're creating, and just having fun with cooking and
Making it soulful
healthy at the same time. Yeah, keeping it soulful,
and keeping
it healthy. I have some brown jasmine rice cooking, so that's already set. Okay, you can get brown jasmine rice at Trader Joe's. It's a really good value, and it gives you the brown rice nutritional value. While it doesn't take as long to cook as traditional brown rice. So instead of taking 50 minutes, you got 30 minutes. So it's a nice blend between the two, and it has that kind of stickiness that jasmine rice or rice that you would get at some ethnic markets or like a Chinese restaurant would be. It has all that to it, and a really nice smell. So I got that going. Next thing, I'm going to add just a drop, maybe like about a tablespoon of canola oil.
That's all you got left.
Yeah, it's just a tiny bit. I've been keeping this going for months, y'all.
Yeah.
Trader Joe's, another good place to go for oil, good price there. So I'm just going to heat that up on high. And while that's going, I'm going to take something special out of the fridge, tofu. Now don't get scared. It's all good. It's a lot of protein in there, and really all the tofu is, it may look a little intimidating. All it is soybeans that have been grinded up, a little thickening agent added to it, pressed down into a block. Very pure, very natural. You can make it at home yourself. I'm about to do that once I get a blender, but it's all good for now. All right?
All right.
All right, so I got my tofu. Again, I don't know what it is right now. I got all this Trader Joe's stuff, but for me, this is one of the best tofus I found. Trader Joe's, extra firm. You want to go with the extra firm to give it a kind of more chewy,
more of a meat texture.
More meaty texture. I don't want you to expect it to be like meat, but it's going to be more firm. If you get the soft or the just plain firm, this is the way to go. And also another note on this is a tofu that I put in the freezer. When you put tofu in the freezer, it changes the texture. It makes it more chewy and more dense and even more firm. So this has been frozen and thawed out in the refrigerator. I have my tofu out of the block, nice and drained, and I'm going to cut it into little squares that are about half an inch by half an inch. So I'm cutting it into fours, then I'm cutting it into halves there. Just trying to make it into roughly even squares. And those of you who may be familiar with cooking with tofu and haven't yet frozen it, you may be able to see at this point in time how it looks different from non-frozen tofu. So that was quick, simple, painless. And I'm just going to add this into the canola oil that we have heated up.
And we forgot to tell the folks, what are we making today? We're not just going to eat tofu. What are we eating today?
Oh yeah, we're going along the lines of some sweet and sour tofu.
Okay. All right.
So a little Asian fusion going on here. So once this gets into the pan or into the skillet, you just want to cook it until it gets kind of like a golden brown. It'll take a little while, about 5 minutes. Just keep an eye on it and move it around a little bit, and you'll be all good. Alright, so I've chopped up what I'm putting into the stir fry. But again, this is about creativity, so if you have some vegetables in the fridge that you want to add in, or if you don't like zucchini, you want to take that out, do what's right for you. You want to add more or something, do that. But I have some kale. Kale is one of the most nutritious vegetables on the planet, so we're going to get a lot of calcium and tons of great
calcium.
Calcium, yes.
You can get it from more than milk.
Yes.
That's what we're talking about.
Green leafy vegetables have tons of calcium in them naturally. I have a carrot, I have a red bell pepper, half of a large onion, and 3 small zucchinis cut up, 3 stalks of spring onion or green onion, scallions, whatever you want to call it. And I also have 1 serrano pepper here, which is a Thai chili, very spicy. If you don't like spicy, take it out because you're probably going to be overwhelmed by that. But if you like spicy, you're going to love it.
Roll with it.
Serrano chilies, they're the way to go for spicy. I also have the equivalent of about 3 cloves of garlic here. I love garlic. Fresh is best, but I didn't have fresh right now. But if you have fresh, I definitely say go for it. You can sliver it, use a garlic press, whatever works for you. Alright, so our tofu is nice and golden brown. I'm going to add in some other ingredients. I typically like to add things in order of their hardness, how long they're going to cook really. So the carrots going first because they're hardest and they take a little bit longer to cook.
Oh, that's a good note.
Yeah. And I'm also just going to add in a splash of water to keep this little party going. Alright, so our carrots have simmered in there with the tofu for about a minute or so. I'm going to add in our zucchini. Add in the red bell pepper. Let's throw in these serranos as well. So now things are looking nice and colorful in there. Sprinkle in some garlic powder.
More garlic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some onion powder. And you could also add those directly to the tofu at first when it's simmering too. So, just gonna stir that around. And I like adding the onions last because I want them to still maintain a little bit of firmness. But if you want to have more like of a softer onion, add it sooner. It's all good. If you need to add any more water to keep, a steam coming up and keep things from sticking to the pan, you can add the water instead of adding extra oil to keep things cooking. Just going to cover that for a little while longer. I would say about 2 to 3 minutes. And then we'll move on to adding the rest of our veggies and making that sweet and sour sauce. Alright, so at this point, I'm going to add in some cashews. Of course, if you have a tree nut allergy, just skip this part. Maybe you can add some sesame seeds or some hemp seeds instead. Just going to add the cashews in.
More protein.
Yeah, definitely. Cashews have a ton of protein.
Good fats.
Very good. Good all around and tasty. And it also adds a lot of texture to the dish. It'll give it a little bit of a crunch. It's nice to have a variety of textures and colors when you're cooking. I'm adding the onion in too. Alright, I'm also going to add in some bamboo shoots. This is optional. I just have them in the refrigerator and I want to use them up. So they have a fair bit of fiber to them. So that's good too, to keep everything moving,
Word. That's important.
And that's they're used a lot in Thai cooking and other Asian cooking. Alright, so we're going to start with the sauce. And I'm going to try to keep it simple for y'all. We're doing a one skillet meal, just doing it all in one thing.
Yeah, most people, most people are in a hurry.
Right.
When family, and
that
get
way
it done quick.
Yeah, it's quick and it's easy cleanup too. I have some Bragg's liquid aminos. What this is, it's very similar to soy sauce, but way less sodium. And it has all those amino acids that your body needs to function properly. If you don't have Bragg's liquid aminos, or you don't want to go out and buy something extra, just use some light soy sauce, and that'll suffice.
And we can pick up that Bragg at Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, Mom's, just about any health food
natural
store.
Market that's around. And I'm just gonna pour in a splash of it there. And we'll just tweak it as we go to see how the sauce is tasting right. I have some organic, natural ketchup. That means it doesn't have high fructose corn syrup or any added sugar or anything crazy. Just plain ketchup. You could also use tomato paste. It's all good. So I had some tomato, some ketchup here. Just gonna drizzle that on in there. Just eyeing it. You can just play with the proportions to find like the perfect sweet and sour sauce taste for you. But I'll give you some general amounts at the end too. And here I have some rice vinegar. This is typically used in Asian style cooking, but if you don't have that, use apple cider vinegar, plain vinegar, whatever kind of vinegar you have. You can even use applesauce if you don't have apple juice if you don't have any vinegar. That's fine. And I'm just gonna add a splash of that, probably the equivalent to like about half a teaspoon to a teaspoon. I also have some rice cooking wine. Again, if you don't have this, you can just use some apple juice, or you could just skip it all together or add some other white wine that you have. It's not essential, but it adds like a little bit of something extra going on in there to the taste of the sauce. And just a teaspoon, just a splash. And last but not least, I have some pineapple juice. Pure
okay.
Pineapple juice.
All right.
I'm just gonna pour that in, and I'm gonna stir that all together. You can also play around with the taste. Again, if you like spicy, add some extra serrano peppers or black pepper in there. When you're cooking, it's really about you and what you like. So make sure you're just doing a little tasting while you go along with a clean spoon or fork or what have you, just to see how it's working for you. So at this point, we're just going to play around with the sauce for a little bit, and next up, I'll tell you how to thicken that sauce. Final piece is we're adding the kale. Really, pretty much as soon as that gets hot, for a little while, it shrinks down, and once it shrinks down and becomes like a bright green, that's when you're all ready to go. I also have, while that's heating up, I have here in this cup, I mixed some tapioca flour, equal parts tapioca flour and water, so about 2 tablespoons of each, and mixed it together to be this kind of milky consistency. When I add this to the sauce, it'll thicken it, and since it's already blended like this, there won't be any clumps in the sauce. So, you got your kale going, and I'm just going to pour a little bit of this in there. Just start slowly, stir it around, and just do it gradually, and you'll be able to see that it's getting thick. And then you're ready to serve it with your brown rice. Top it with your chopped scallions, green onions, whatever you want to call them, and also some cilantro, and you're all set. All right, it's plating time.
Yeah.
Got
time to eat,
brown
Lawrence.
jasmine rice.
Oh yeah.
smelling wonderful, nice and hot.
Yes, ma'am.
Getting all those nutrients in almost half the time as regular brown rice. And then I got our lovely sweet and sour tofu here with the cashews. Look at it glistening. And see how the sauce got thick after I added the tapioca flour? Oh, yeah. You can make it look a little bit more pretty than what I did, but then we're going to add in our scallions and a dollop of cilantro on top, and we're all set.
Half fork will eat. So let me check this out for y'all. Right? They haven't created that yet, so I'm gonna have to check it out for y'all. That's alright. I can take it. Y'all. Sorry, y'all, but that's it.
Veggie Yumza, y'all.
Veggie Yumza.
I want to hear your cooking experiences. I want to hear what extra stuff you added in, what you spruced up, what you changed, what you moved around.
Right.
How you made it your own.
Absolutely. Let us know, y'all. Again, that's Tamika. I'm David. LiveNow Fitness.
Yes.
We eating it healthy because that's how we do. Right? We're going to check y'all out later. Next time. Peace.
Peace.